Alright, let's get this show on the road. Hello everybody. Welcome to another Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate stream for the 3DS. I'm Ristretto. We're starting a bit late this evening because I'm a little sleepy, but we're going to be doing some more hunts in this game's G2 rank. Probably the last tonight, or one of the last nights before we move on to G3 shortly. We're on our last couple weapon upgrades that we've been working on for a while now, which feels pretty nice. A lot of people jumped in last night and helped me grind up some of the rare drops I needed for some of the weapons that we're making. So now we get to move on and do some of the more, I don't know, nice variety weapons that we're working on. I don't think there's any more Black Gravios materials I need. I don't think there's any more Desert Salt Biscuit materials I need, which is just kind of nice. Just kind of nice. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well this evening. I'll say hello to some folks here in the chat, and then we'll start. Hello, Wizsora. Welcome. Good evening to you. Welcome, Monstropolis. And Triple X. Welcome, Biotech and Soul. And I think that's everyone who said hi so far. Soon I'll be able to grind some nice comfy Teostras. You remind me, I actually need some high-rank Teostras words sometimes. We were trying to get a Teo gem for the longest time, and I never got one. So we'll see if we can get one of those tonight, maybe. Hello, Fire Red Pepica. Welcome to you. Hi, Parsec. Welcome to you, too. Let's send these folks out. And I'm not sure what we're going to start off with tonight. I think we're not doing the expedition. The expedition is a Najarala and a Desert Solstice Queen. I don't need either of those right now. That's for sure. Hey, Game God, welcome. Let's see. I know I need some Tigrex stuff for a couple different projects. Or weapon upgrades. We already got the sword all the way upgraded right now. The sword and shield, I have what I need to upgrade it, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to make another Tigrex sword and shield. I want to have that one available as a high rank option for when we do high rank hunts. It's one of my favorites. I think we're upgrading the gun lance. Tigrex, that sounds familiar. Maybe so. Hey Leo Breaker, thanks for the raid. Welcome. Hi. Welcome Raiders, welcome Leo. I hope you guys had a nice stream today. Early raid, yeah. How you doing, Leo Breaker? Welcome, welcome. There we go. Brute Tigrex Hard Fang. I'll probably let you guys choose my weapon for a Brute Tigrex to warm up here. Yeah, welcome Leo Breaker and Raiders. I hope you guys had a lovely stream today. I'm starting a little bit late tonight. Doing some Rise demo stuff. Nice. How are you finding yourself getting used to the demo? Obviously, we're trying not to talk about any particular specifics about Rise in the chat right now. We're doing Rise spoiler free. We're not playing Rise right now, but if you care to share how you're enjoying yourself, I don't know. I like hearing what people think of the demo, sort of, in no super descriptive terms, as goofy as that may be. All right, let's start off with a Brute Tigrex. You're very much going to main Dude Horn. It's fun. Very fun. Mike Otto, thanks for the follow, by the way. Welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hello, Ridley Double Joe Police. Welcome, everybody. If you want to choose my weapon for our first hunt tonight, which is going to be a Brute Tigrex, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. We're starting a little late. I'm a little sleepy still. I napped a lot this afternoon. I was a little tired. Still kind of waking up. It's late enough that I don't think I'm going to have coffee. I'm just going to have water, so it might take me a second to get a little bit woken up here. What is the website you use to build an armor set? It's called MH4U Armor Set Search. Give me a second here, I'll pull it up. Whoops. Hang on. Here you go. It's the first link there, not the Stream Elements link. I should make that a command, actually. People ask that often enough. There you go. Now we have a command for that. Wow. When people ask, I don't have to pull up the link. I can just type in 4U set search. Neat. So, like I said, if you want to choose my weapon for a brute Tigrex hunt this early, or I guess not this early, but this early hunt in an elite eve, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Love brute. Brute's fun. Hi, Diru. We're really getting there with collecting our weapons. We're really getting there. I think on the roster tonight, we're gonna be doing some G rank brute, some high rank molten. Seen this game on the eShop? You're too excited? It's an awesome game, physical. You should pick it up sometime. I think it goes on sale for like $8 or $9, which is a steal. There's so much content in this game, and it's just a good game. Yeah, I think tonight we're gonna do some Tigrex hunting. What else? Some molten Tigrex hunting. I think I'm gonna do some Nursilla hunting, right? Yeah, just need one more Sizzhorn to upgrade this charge blade. We're really getting close to being done with all of our Blade Master weapons. Then we just get to choose some guns and we'll be done. Exciting. I'm excited to move on to G3 after so long of grinding stuff up in G2. Alright, last call for that weapon raffle. Nice, Diru. Enjoy the lurk. Enjoy your 3U multiplayer. I was gonna say 3U MP. Because that's what you typed. There we go. Hello, Ashura. Snuck in there at the end. Ridley Devil Joe Police, what would you like me to use for Brute Tigrex? Congrats. Let's get to some 4U. For you. How about Greatsword? That sounds like fun to me. Let's do it. Sarah's symmetry is so much better than the other ones, but we're going to be novel and go with this one. Actually, not. We're going to go with the Monoblast one. I'm going to remember this time to move over my focus decoration. It takes one focus decoration to make this set work. There we go. I like collecting the physical copies for games I really care about, XXX. I have most of the Monster Hunter series physically. Not all of them yet, but most of them. There's a retro shop near me that had a good chunk of them. I was able to collect over time from there. You'd never think that you'd find a bunch of like Japanese copies of PSP games in a retro shop in Michigan, but you find some real old Japanese PSP games. I'm okay with digital copies, but I like getting the physical one for games I really care about. For games I'm just trying out, I don't really care so much. Alright. Brute Force. Wait, did we already eat? We did. Alright, great. So reverse Tigrex time. Even spawned us at the camp. Hello, uniquely inadequate. Welcome to you. We need fangs, I think. Brute Tigrex hard fangs. Brute Force, you get the joke. Mm-hmm. Yep. I didn't even know which quest it was, but I saw that title and I was like, that's gotta be the Brute Tigrex quest. He looks so goofy when he walks on two legs. It's even goofier when he flies. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, Conchu got me. I was going to try and move and get around that Conchu, but it didn't work out, did it? Gonna be 2 roars here, I think. Scary that when he just busts it out real quick. Whoops, I did not mean to roll underneath him, but it worked out. That could have been bad. Ooh, man, that G-rank run is so scary. See how he ratcheted closer there on me at the last second? I still don't know how I feel about that option. He's a fun fight. Japans, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well this evening. 4U Brute Tigrex likes to roar a lot more than Portable 3rd Brute Tigrex. Yeah, Portable 3rd Brute's interesting to me, seeing as that was the first game it was introduced in. It is just high rank though, so I think that makes some of the difference. Ooh, I missed. That's not good. Ooh, that's not good either. You can't count on those nice, easy head turns like you could in Freebie Night. This is going to be 2 roars. Let's heal first, and then we'll run after him for the second, I think. Alright, I'm hoping he doesn't do the weird turn. Oh god. That was a good thing that hit. This boot looks small, I agree. This might be 2 roars. Yeah. Taunt? Nope, no taunt. Hey, Invader Pork. Yeah, we're lucky that charge worked out that level 3, or else we were about to get blasted. Are we out of herbs? I didn't eat any herbs yet this hunt, and we're down at 7. We must be running out of herbs. That's not good. We'll have to buy some more. I think you can buy them from the shop. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I guess we'll save them out for once he gets enraged. Oops. My mind just went, use a wire bug, quick, get close to him. I lied, we're not waiting for the enrage to get them out. Fast Charge is top tier skill for Greatsword before Monster Hunter World. It really is. Yep, focus is quite essential. I accidentally forgot one of the gems that puts focus into our set the last time we used Greatsword, so we used it without focus, and it felt a little different. I don't think it really like kills the weapon or anything. It's kind of neat sometimes to practice without it, but it's just a straight damage increase. It's nice. I was gonna say, that tail cut's gotta be coming soon. We've been chopping away at it for a little while here. Alright, please don't do the weird turn. Thank you. Whoa, glitchy animation there. That feels so bad. Shows that. Hey, Keratin. He should fall over here. Nope, guess not. Nope, he's leaving. Well, that was too bad. Missing that big ol' strong charge there felt real rough. Oh well. I think we just need fangs from this guy, so nothing too rare. As long as we break his head, which we already have done, we should be set. Wait, is Komodo Hype the PogChamp? It is! That's goofy. Best one yet? Oh. I saw someone tweet something about that earlier, and I was like, no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't make Komodo Hype the PogChamp for a day, would they? Apparently they did. Maybe 2 roars, we should be able to get out of the way. Yeah. He's going for the classic Tigrex shenanigans and just mistimed it. Is that Taunt? Mm-hmm. That didn't hit us. That's crazy. Oh, the sheath. Man, I almost got away with that. Oh. Perfectly timed. I almost got away with that too. Running up that ledge and cheekily jumping over him. Ouch, hello TV. Nice. Hi, Dark Tyranno. We kind of deserved that for running up the wall and jumping over him like that. I feel like anytime you pull off something kind of cheeky like that on a monster, they kind of deserve to clap you back a little bit. Yep, we've been working on upgrading weapons for like probably 2 or 3 weeks now, so it feels really nice to be almost done. We're down to our last handful of weapon upgrades in G2. We've made so many. So what does he do, having been carded by some aerial shenanigans? Comes back for more aerial shenanigans. Is he tired out again? No. This thing's weird. That was dumb. Wow! I did not expect to get comboed to death there. He hits a lot harder than I was expecting. You just fought Gobble, not something you have fought in a very long time. I fought a Gobble earlier this year, yeah. I'd only fought a couple of them before then. I think Gobble's neat. Well, I'm probably gonna go for less of that stupid stuff now, because we can actually triple. Greatsword and Hammer are always like this for me. It's like you give us the possibility for these just huge astronomical plays. It's like the first 2 cards are just fun, like playtime, and then on the last card it's like, oh man, I have to treat the game seriously now and win. I can't go for these giant moves anymore. Yeah, exactly, Tepenzi. You got it. The first 2 cards are just like play around, see how much six stuff you can land before it's the 3rd card. That's definitely not how you should play this game, by the way. Yeah, time and time again, I feel myself going for it with Hammer and Greatsword. You just have such possibility for awesome stuff. Hi, Uchi. Welcome. I lost my Brute Tigrex. Yeah, good evening to you too. I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm happy to be playing some Monster Hunter. Here he is. Here's my Brute. Yeah, I lost him, but he's back now. I found him. I was going for dumb Greatsword reads and we died a couple times. So now I have to play serious and like, I don't know, responsible. Don't forget to repaint ball. Thank you. There were many big dumbs being gone for Uchi. It's nice that it takes the monsters a second to get off the ledge. Yeah. In a sticky situation, sometimes running up a ledge or jumping off a ledge can save your life. They take a second to transition between those elevations in this game. This is probably 2 roars. Ooh, this might be off. Nope, not off. Nice. It's a good thing the greatsword has blocking. Really is. Thank you, Frenchie. Thank you for a year. That's crazy. It's only been a year. It does feel a lot longer than that. Cheers to you too. You are incredibly generous, both for that sub and, you know, all the others. But thank you. I hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, come on. That's not fair. He just moonwalked back. You get over here. What a great sword combo. This is 2 roars, I think. Let's get the shiny there. Nice charge attacks. Thanks, Dark. Doesn't matter how bad it looks because the sword's dope. Thanks. It is a cool sword. We made Sarah Symmetry and then I don't know, I like this sword so much we made it anyways, even though it's just worse than Sarah Symmetry in every way. Tigrex was eating that Apsaros while crying. It's true. Hello, Skiffy. You do, you have the 1-year blue mug. Dang. Should heal. Please don't bust out a second one. Okay, he didn't. There we go. We didn't triple. That's good. This isn't portable third. You know, it's not Marth. I don't really get that joke. Marth enters chat often while saying, this isn't portable third. Sorry. Off work tonight? Nice. I hope you get to relax. Managed to get the clip. That clip was good. It wasn't fair, man. I lined up a charge attack and he just kind of like moonwalked backwards to eat that Apsaros. It's not like super egregious, but I mean, he just moonwalked backwards out of the way of my greatsword charge. And I was like, darn. And then that led into me missing that whole combo. Yeah, Rocket League is fun. All right, enjoy the games physical. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them here in the chat or in the Discord. People like to help. You have a question? Go ahead, Skippy. What's up? Is there a link to the Discord? There is, yeah. Here, hang on. Oh, there we go. Uchi got to it before I did. Double link. Okay, we got one hard thing. Shall join. Well, if you have any questions about how these games work, feel free to ask. I or others will be happy to help you out. Wait, was it Frenchie? I saw a pink name do it before I did. It was Frenchie. Gosh darn it. Inconsiderate streamer. It was an even smaller brute Tigrex. Yeah, that was small. It happens too often, Frenchie. I'm like it just happens as you guys scroll past quickly. I say the wrong name. They're both pink on my screen. You guys both have the same mug now. You also both have pink names. It's just a little rough. It's okay though. This is going to be an ill-advised matchup, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be an ill-advised matchup. That's okay. Oh, on my screen it's pink Frenchie. Like they're the same color on my screen. Screenshot? I don't need the screenshot. It's okay. People have different colored names in different Twitch chats. It's weird. I have not done Molten Tigrex with Longsword before. Set looks dope. It is the Ranger set. The Moga Ranger set. Carving Celebrity, Razor Sharp, Guts, and Recovery Up. We'll see how this goes. I haven't learned this fight before. This is a high rank Molten. We need some high rank Molten bits. Here's Molten Tigrex for you. This is the only game he's in. Should be easier. My go-to matchup is Gunlance, but I got rid of my high rank guard set by accident. I didn't want to use a G rank set, so here we are. High rank set, high rank longsword, high rank Molten. That's a big Molten. While he was in Try? He is unique to this game. Maybe 4. I can't remember. This is one of my favorite hunts in the game. Hey Solo, bid you good morning. Well, thank you. I appreciate the good morning to you too. Don't worry, he gets faster. Hello, Indigo Yama. It's good to see you. Oof. Hi, Ken. Good evening to you. Needed some high rank Molten bits. I don't have that many high rank sets left, so here we are. Oof. I think blue sharpness actually might be a problem in this matchup a little bit. Ooh, this isn't smart. I shouldn't be on this side of him. Hello, Frankasil. Welcome to you. He was in 4. Okay, somebody else said that, but I couldn't remember. Alright, here we go. How's everyone tonight? I'm kind of sleepy. We started kind of late because of it. I was taking a nap. But I'm happy to be playing for you. Ouch. Oh, we didn't get knocked down. Uh-oh, that's death. Unfortunate combo there. Didn't even try. I don't like mashing. I may have been able to get out of there. It's okay. It's circling. I don't like the circling. That's specifically what I don't like. The mashing the buttons isn't so bad. My circle pad's already kind of worn out, so I don't want to wear it out even quicker by mashing too much. This is a bad idea. Yeah, could have gone worse. Well, that's not part of the rules, Ken. I'll mash when I think I can actually get out. I didn't think I could actually get out there. I don't have rules, really. I mean, yeah, I have other 3DSs, Uchi, but this is the capture one. I wouldn't feel comfortable working on it myself, because I wouldn't want to break the actual delicate capture part that's, like, not easy to obtain anymore. And I really do think that, like, when you're mashing that circle pad around in the circle to try and get it stuns quicker, you're really decreasing the lifespan of specifically that part of the console, if not the other parts. Thank you for contributing that to chat, Marks. How did Molten Tyrus get his head stuck in the stone platform? He charged right into it. They do that. Yep, he chomps right into it, exactly. flies, yeah. Tigrex can fly, as weird as that is. He took the elevator? Yeah, dude. Maybe he climbed up the stairs like we do in Dose. He hopped up the stairs one at a time. The elevator seems believable. I think so too. That's really rough. You can do roar into roar into roar. That's okay. We can stay down. We'll be okay. Feline Defender's got us. By that. Oh, jeez. I really thought we almost were going to get out of there. It's okay. I really like this fight. I know he's going to be a lot harder in G-Rank, but I'm excited for it. No! His hitbox lasted so long. I thought it was funny we both jumped in the air at the same time. Oh, this is gonna suck. Nope, we're good. He jumped. If he hadn't jumped there and he would have charged, I think we would have gotten hit. I didn't know how many hits away from a mount we were. We'll go for the tail, and we can probably get Yellow Gauge off this down, even though he's not enraged right now. Hello, Morg Daddy, welcome. Oh, I didn't leave myself with enough gauge. That feels bad. I think we're gonna take this opportunity to peace out. Grab our supplies here, sharpen, and go back in. Okay. Yeah, I hope you've been well marked, Daddy. Oh, that's so mean. Aw. I'm imagining that move plus the G rank Tigrex turn, and I'm terrified. It's gonna be really something to take this thing down in G rank. Take that trade. GG. I love this fun. I love this hunt so much. Molten moves like Freeman Knight Tigrex? Not quite. Pretty different from Freeman Knight Tigrex. More challenging in some ways, less challenging in others. think we needed... What, we need Fang pluses or something? Scale plus? I forget. I think it was Fang pluses. We didn't break the head, so that might actually be a problem. Well, we'll see in the rewards. What a good hunt. Cool. We got a couple Fang pluses. I don't know how many we needed. I don't know if I've ever done that hunt with longsword before. It felt okay. Granted, that was the village one. Oops. Bumped the mic, sorry. Good memory, Skiffy, thanks. Alright. Let's see, that was for a Gunlance upgrade, I think. Yep, we just need 3 more Brute Tigrex Hardfangs. Cool. Gobble Sir Spike 2. Perfect. Alright, fully upgraded Gobble Sword and Shield. I'm gonna let you guys choose my weapon for a Gypceros. I haven't done a Gypceros in a while now. So, if you want to pick my weapon for the rubbery chicken, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Oh, while I'm here, let me remember to buy some herbs, because we're out of herbs. Can't run out of herbs, man. Those are important. Alright, last call for this Gypsyros weapon raffle. If you want to choose my weapon for a Gypsyros, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Man, 3 pages of weapons is crazy. I need to sell some of these worn longswords and stuff. There's way too many of them at this point. I have way too many for most of the weapons. Don't need that many. Oh, you're fine, Ken. It's okay. You guys can talk about Pokemon if you want. I have nothing to contribute. I played Platinum. That was like, I first played Red on the Game Boy, but I didn't really get to play much of that game. So the first Pokemon game that was mine was Platinum. I have good memories with that game. The Commotion. What would you like me to use for a Gypsyros in G rank? So like, I have vague memories of getting like the Electric Sheep somewhere in Platinum, but I couldn't have told you where. Hunting Horn. You were a Red kid? I mean, that's just what my Game Boy had. It was a hand-me-down Game Boy. Oh, I had a nice horn set. Oh, there it is, yeah. There we go. We're good. Alright, Hunting Horn versus Gypsyros. It's been a minute since I've used Hunting Horn in this game. What's this armor's defense looking like? 546. That should be enough for Gypsyros. We'll need to make a new Hunting Horn set sometime that has more defense than this. Does rack level up increase the efficiency of potions by 10 or 20%? I don't know about the percentage, but it's pretty sizable feeling. It's one of my favorite skills. It comes built in on the Yukumo set here, along with Speed Sharpening and Divine Blessing. It's a really nice armor set at the end of high rank. Has room for Handicraft and Challenger. That makes sense, Psychotic. That sounds about where it would start getting one-shot to me. Purple Gypsyros. Do I not have a regular Gypsyros quest? Maybe it's in Village. Must be in Village. Yeah, I know what Nuzlocks are. I'm not good enough at Pokemon to want to do a Nuzlocke. Or to play Pokemon on the channel. When I play Pokemon, I'm like going through the towns to see all the cute dialogue and cute Pokemon, and that's about it. I appreciate that, Uchi. Even I can recognize that. Even Nuzlocks aren't that hard. I guess I wouldn't feel very comfortable or confident going into a Nuzlocke. It's been a long time since I've played Pokemon, and I don't feel like I've ever really learned to play Pokemon well. I could learn on stream, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really want to. Like, every time I've played Pokemon recently, I've bounced off way hard, like a couple gyms in. I forget where Gypsyros starts. Maybe in here? Yeah, he's in here. Purple, red, green, purple. That has a hitbox on his feet? That doesn't make any sense. Oops. So much poison chips for this. I felt like there was a weird crack in the wall there that was keeping me from rolling. Or I might have just been rolling poorly. You know, one of the two. Yeah, the last time I played Pokemon, I had fun doing a little bit of shiny hunting and just kind of going through the game kind of slowly and collecting Pokemon. But, I don't know. I just feel like... I've never gotten good at the battle system, but also the battle system isn't really something I want to get good at, if that makes sense. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Not the best damage combo. You okay there, buddy? Away he goes. This music's good. Hypers sound difficult. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played that game. I'm interested to see what I feel like when I get back to it and try those hunts again. Whoops. What do you mean, Marks? Watching too much of it? I would understand if folks needed breaks after watching so much. Bloated stats are the issue for you? Right. How much, like, how much of an increase does it feel over a regular hunt? Well, I wouldn't take it personally if folks needed a break after watching me for a long time. I'm not particularly variable. I'm not particularly doing lots of different stuff on screen. I'm doing lots of Monster Hunter, so I would understand getting tired of watching something after a long time. I stream a lot. And many folks are here for a lot of it. Nice village gypseros. I'm only here for rubbery fine hide, so hopefully we'll get a few more of those in the rewards. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Lord of Pen. Thanks. Only one. Bummer. Good thing it's an easy quest. Let's see. We also need some Garuga bits. I'm going to let you guys choose my weapon for a Garuga as well. We'll take on Garuga. Has to be a cutting type weapon because I need tails. So, if you want to choose my weapon for Yan Garuga, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. I get you, Mork, yeah. I think also just watching... I think sometimes it can get kind of tiring dealing with, like, the community's cycle of drama isn't quite the right word. Drama applies some of the time, but like the community's cycle of hype can get kind of tiring or like a little exhausting sometimes. Like draining maybe is the right word. It can be draining to get caught up in like all the different community goings on in terms of people getting excited for something, people disliking something, people, just that kind of thing. So I get that. Hunting Horn can cut tails. Would you try it? No. Sorry. If you want, you're going to stick out the tail with Hunting Horn. Yeah, sorry. We've been grinding weapon upgrades for like 2 or 3 weeks now. Like here. For those who are maybe newer to the stream, or for those who were just lurking recently. Hang on, let me catch this Fuzzy off. This is a list of weapons we've been working on. So we've been working on stuff for a little while now. I am not in the mood to try and poke a tail off. I just generally don't like that kind of challenge in Monster Hunter very much. I like the dynamism of like learning fights with a weapons toolkit, not so much spacing one little option over and over. So stuff like boomerang only or kinsect only just isn't really my bag. Sorry if that's disappointing. Great. Last call for that weapon matchup. If you want to choose my weapon for a Garuga, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Catch a watcha. Neither me, Marks. Neither me. All good, Ken. Right. Mad Cow Disorder. What would you like me to use for Yan Garuga? Specifically to cut off its tail. Greatsword? Okay, cool. Let's go for it. No, I'm not messing around this time. We already used our nice off-meta Greatsword earlier. For the potential of a Frenzied Garuga, you bet your butt I'm bringing Sarah Symmetry. Only one tool for the job. Oops. The inevitable Frenzied Garuga? It's not inevitable. It doesn't happen every time. But it has the potential to now. Like once we get to that level cap, or that certain level threshold in the guild quest, now it has the potential to. This is where having a punishing draw set would be really nice, being able to KO the Garuga while just fitting in individual hits. I didn't have quite the armor set, or the charms, to make a punishing draw set when we were making this set. Roggy GCS? What's that? Roggy guild quests? There's no Roggy in this game. Or you mean Roggy armor? Someday. I haven't gotten to the end game. This is my first time playing through the game. So I actually haven't ground any relic armor or relic weapons yet. Yeah, I gotcha. It took me a second, but I figured it out. Yeah, I haven't done any relic or guild quest grinding, really. The only reason we're doing this guild quest now is because Garuga only appears in guild quests, and we need some Garuga bits. Yeah, right now we're just focusing on progressing through G-Rank Hub. We're at the end of G2. I've seen a friend of ours named Lass has showed off a set that has the Roggy bits in it, which is cool. I didn't realize that there were like armor sets you couldn't get in the game that were relic armors for a while. It's pretty cool. Are you playing on emulator? Nope, I'm playing on a capture carded 3DS. We've ground this guild quest up a couple times now, and last time we did it frenzied. Did you change your 3DS? Nope, this is the same 3DS. It's a Generations, or a Monster Hunter Cross 3DS XL. Big Ruben. That was supposed to be a mounting hit. Not that that would have saved us or anything. Alright, we gotta take this slow and measured. He's mean. He's mean. We gotta deal with it. I think you can do 180 turn into Peck, or into a Beak Slam. That works though. Oof, that was not a good trade. Man, that damage is insane. Oh my god. No! I should have just drank it right there. So close. Not a good start to the hunt. The full zone into miss the max potion. Alright, good night, Leo Breaker. Thank you again for the raid earlier. I'm glad you're enjoying the Rise demo. And Hunting Horn. Gave you a heart attack. I'm sorry it was so close. Like I said, we have to keep this pretty slow and measured. He's really mean. He's really mean in G rank. I can't fit it in. That's why it's not on the set. I was just saying before we went on the quest that Punishing Draw would work really well for this set and for this matchup, but I didn't have room for it on my Greatsword sets. Like on this set or other sets. I tried looking to see if I could make a set that had it, and I couldn't at the moment. Oops. I mean, we've already finished this guy several times over for the tails. Each time we learn him with a new weapon, it's something, and every night when I boot him up, it's a second to get used to him, because instant charge into instant tail whip is a rough combo to deal with, like, even if you've dealt with it before, I think. That opening was not good, though. I mean, getting straight up just destroyed and then melted by the poison out of the area sucks. There goes the tail cut. We'll be just fine. That's quite the opener, Nox. How you doing tonight? It's quite the opener. Doing good? Good. Warrior skills, we have focus, crit draw, sharpness +1, and recovery up. How's 4U going? It's going okay. Yesterday we got, like, we ground like 2 or 3 days in a row for Desert Celtis Queen rares and got none of them, and then last night we did them a couple times with people in chat and we got all the rares we needed. It was very fortunate. Classic. It was something where I needed 3 of the concentrates from Desert Celtis Queen, and I did literature. Wow, I don't know what that word was. I did legitimately like 15 of them and got none, and then we did 2 last night and we got 4. Probably didn't need to use that jerky there. I think it was a cross between legitimately and literally, and it did not work. It had gotten to the point, Nox, where I was like, this has to be bugged. There's like 6 different chances at getting that concentrate every time you do the quest, and we just hadn't gotten one. I was like, something is wrong. Something is not right here. But no, it was just the game being stingy. But yeah, we're almost done grinding all the weapons up I wanted to grind up at the end of G2. It's taken us several weeks, like it usually does. Stopping and smelling the roses. Eventually the roses get old, but only after a couple of weeks of doing the same hunts. Too early there. Dr. Ghost Jelly, thanks for the raid. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream tonight, Dr. Ghost Jelly? Ah, roll right into that. Thanks, Uchi. Welcome folks in from the raid. Hello, Penguin Kissed. Welcome, Dr. Ghost Jelly. It was great? Good. It says you were playing Monster Hunter Stories. How was that? I've not played much of that game. Played the opening like hour or 2. Oh, I missed his head. That feels bad. Careful, Nox. I don't want to talk about too much stuff from the Rise demo when I'm not playing Rise. Oh, I'm sorry, Penguin Kissed. I have a friend who has pretty bad motion sickness issues too, so I feel ya. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Have a good night. Playing on a mobile emulator, so it's kind of funky remapping stuff to a controller. That's okay. From what I hear, it runs better when you're playing on mobile than on 3DS. Whoops. What are you talking about, Marks? You made me stop. Like, I was stopping to look and see what I carved off the tail. No, it doesn't, Martz. It's just it's a rough combo of moves. I like stopped to look at my inventory. I was like, what is Martz talking about? What did I carve off the tail that made it high value? I don't know if that's safe to heal after. You're good. It's not your fault I did that. It's funny. Yep. We're here for tail carves. We didn't get what we needed from the tail carve though, which is kind of unfortunate. It's okay. We can still get in the reward. I have, yeah. I've seen some good footage of the Citra emulated HD texture pack version. It looks nice. It's neat that the emulators are getting better, so more folks can play and stream this game. It's a bummer it took that long for this game to be like accessible to a lot of folks to watch or stream. Whoops! I gotta wait a little bit when he pulls up his head out of there. There we go. That's a little better. Can you still get capture cards for the DS? You can. They're increasingly rare. There's like 1 or 2 people in the world who put them in right now. They're pretty expensive. So emulation is a much better option for most folks. Is it worth starting this game on an emulator? I mean, the emulator has a lot of perks. You have to try and find a legitimate way to get your copy off your 3DS to the computer, which is pretty easy via homebrew. But once you do that, if you have a decent enough PC, the emulator runs the game really nicely. There are specific builds of the emulator that make it run Monster Hunter better than the regular builds of the emulator. And then you can play with the controller and play with nice HD textures. So, I mean, for a lot of people, it's going to be a straight upgrade. I really like showing off what the games looked like when they first came out, so that's why I was really passionate about getting this capture card in. But yeah, for most folks, it will be more accessible than a capture card, and cheaper than a capture card, and be better to play than a capture card. Hey, Katana. Scream's going okay. Just collecting the last few weapon bits. Getting destroyed by Garuga some of the time too. That as well. This might not be safe. We'll see. Hey, Jay Novice. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well tonight. Thanks for asking. Whoop. I hope you are well too. There we go. 4th gen greatsword is just the best. What Garuga weapon are we making? We're actually making another weapon that doesn't involve Garuga bits. We're making the Gypsyros sword and shield. But I am making the Garuga lance and maybe the dual blades. It's kind Jane Honest, thanks. I guess I can't speak to it. Katana, I can't speak to Gyu's greatsword, but greatsword sure is good in this game. I think people like Gyu greatsword pretty well. Tough. The only thing I have, Martz, is that Elatrian's charge isn't instant and its follow-ups aren't instant. And it doesn't have follow-ups that come out on either side to screw you over. Garuga has an instant charge that can go into either the giant beak slam, which has a large hitbox to it and hits twice, or it can go into the instant tail whip, which is basically instant and poisons you. So I wouldn't consider it the same thing as an Elatrian charge. I understand what you're getting at. Where, like, the monster can charge, and sometimes it stops and sometimes it doesn't. But to me, the instant charge into instant tail whip is just a little bit too much. But why the buttocks? Damn. It makes this fight very intense, certainly. Interesting. Not airball, by the way. Welcome. I hope you're doing well tonight. Too close. Are you making the Garuga greatsword? No. It does have a pretty neat design, but it's not near as good as the other greatswords we're making right now. We're making the Garuga lance, and we're making some other weapons that use Garuga parts for upgrades.
Neat.
You rather play Monster Hunter 1 than play Destiny 2? Man, I thought people were liking Destiny 2's state right now. Like, I thought it was better than it was supposed to have been at launch or something. Sorry to hear that, Lord of Fen. Should probably heal. That's really rough. That's too bad. So right there, that little situation where I was up against the wall there, and I was about a dash length ahead of him, he was weak too. That's too bad. If I had gone to the right and he had dashed forward and done the beak slam, I would have died. There was like a 50% shot of that. If I kind of dodged out forwards, he could have charged into us or pecked us. And if I went to the left, he could have tail whipped us. So. I don't know. Just a very strict matchup. He has lots of very fast, very large hitboxes, some of which poison you. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom and then we're gonna keep going. Alright, we are back. Thanks for waiting. See ya, Trini. Have a good night. Let's try that Garuga again. Y'all talking about books in chat? I used to read so much. I don't really get to that much, or I don't really find the time to anymore. Most recently, I've been reading a book by Jason Schreier called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. That was a Christmas gift. It's a book about crunch and the video game industry. Yeah, it was a Christmas gift. I was pretty happy about it. It was a book I'd been kind of thinking about reading for a few years. Basically a book going into kind of the kinds of decisions and conditions that go into making a video game these days. Maybe a big budget video game is the right way to describe it. The conditions and decisions that go into making a big budget video game. As a name, publishers fear, as they should. The dude's cool. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, it's nice that people are writing more about video games. What were your favorite genres to read, Riss, way back then? Fiction, science fiction, fantasy. I read a lot of novels in like middle school and early high school, like smaller young adult novels, but I was like reading like almost one or two every day or two. Because I mean, I would just get home from school and I wouldn't sit on the computer all day. I'd like read books all day. I just used to read like a ton. That was like a decade ago or so, Jane Novice, back when I read that much. I was probably like 14 or 15. Alright, we've warmed up to the patterns. Let's try and actually execute this time, not get slapped too much. New 3DS? We're on a new 3DS with a capture card. Welcome the most Eve. That was supposed to be an aerial attack. That's okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone, Dog Crouchel. Thanks. Like the gameplay of the new Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, we're not talking about spoilers for Rise in the chat. Like, anything after the first trailer we're not talking about right now, because there are some people in our community who want to go in spoiler-free. I'm not worried about spoilers for myself. I'm just worried about spoilers for them. But I played some of the demo, and I do like it. I think it's interesting that they're tying a mechanic like that wire bug to both movement and attacks, and I think that's neat. I will be interested to see how the full game balances that. And I thought the demo was a good chunk of fun. If I didn't have so much to do in this game, I'd probably be playing more of the demo, honestly. Everyone knows the solution to a tough matchup you're having a hard time with is combo greatsword. You're all good, the most of you. You didn't say anything wrong. Oh, we're out of steam bombs. That's not good. It's gonna make this matchup tougher. That's pretty neat, Dog Crouchel. Thanks, Jay Thomas. Do not read the name as Dog Crotch Hell? I guess I do. I mean, I can read it like that, but I say it as one word. It's all one word. Ooh, weird. He like turned his head back to the beginning of the animation there. Do I like to use the Charge Blade? I try and use all the weapons. I'm not overly good with Charge Blade, but I'm getting better over time. Some matchups I can do just fine. Other matchups really give me a hard time still. I have a lot to learn with it. I feel like I'm pretty lenient about that. Like, I don't know. I try and say most people's names on stream, even if they're pretty out there. God, I hate this matchup so much. Oh, Garuga, you're so mean. Yeah, this matchup is extremely strict, I feel. Or not just this matchup. This monster in G rank is extremely strict. If you stand in place or try and dodge away, you can get bowled over. If you go to the right, you can get head smashed. If you go to the left, you can get poisoned. It's like, you don't really have much of a choice. Except get better at iframing the tail spin. Do you like it, Dog Crotchel? Do you like what you're reading and writing about? Because if so, then that's cool. If not, then sorry, that's too bad. You do really like it? Like the ideas and the concepts, but the texts themselves are rough? Interesting. No worries, Morg. Drop to have purple sharpness. Yep. Same here, J Novice. feels so good. Too early. Balance. Ooh, this feels rough. Lucky us. There it is. That was fancy. That feels so good. Hell, ain't more of those. We also need to sharpen. When to sharpen. Or when to sharpen. My words are not working super well tonight. I must be more tired than I'm giving myself credit for. Or the lack of caffeine's getting to me. I'm not speaking that sharply. Whew, that was lucky. A very dramatic turn. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ken. I know you mentioned that stuff was getting kind of messed up. School seems hard already without having to take dramatic turns. I'm glad you're feeling like persevering though. Come on! Oh my god, I hate this fight! Ah! I hope y'all saw that exact hitbox, because that was something special. I was like off to the side, out of the path of his tail, and also it was like the hitbox from where his tail would have been before we cut it. At least we got the lash we needed. You were reading chat? Well, I hope you saw it. It was just a tail flip that he flew at us, and it was like I was off to the side out of the path, and also it was like a good foot down from where the stump was, and it still hit us and poisoned us. He's got some bad hitboxes in this game's G-Rank. Feels bad missing that first hit there. Hey, IRB good, Joe. Welcome. Can't say I disagree at this moment in time. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for the sub. Thank you very much. I feel like I just did like a step of the, like, I did like a little like bop in my chair, even though the music had stopped. I'm sorry. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. Oops, bounce with purple. Yikes. Yeah, I think that here, hang on. I'm having a hard time articulating a decent thought to add to this conversation that isn't something that's already been said and also won't get me killed trying to articulate it. I think it is a bummer that school is pushed as the predominant option for kids straight out of high school when they're 18 and they haven't likely had a job in a lot of cases. I think it's really hard to decide what to commit your schooling to when you haven't learned what types of job or what types of interests that you think you would like to commit to your schooling and your time to. Both because it's important, like you're going to be working in a job at the end of it, but also because you're going to put yourself like tens of thousands of dollars in debt over it. Like you should probably know what you're going to commit to before you do that. So I wish that there were more options kind of showcased when you were 18. The school I went to pushed really heavily to just send us straight to school and like not to like take time off to work or anything. And I think that really helps. I think if I ever go back to school, I'll be a lot better off because I've had time to work and understand like, oh, okay, these are jobs I know I want to do. These are jobs I know I don't want to do. That kind of thing. But at the same time, I respect people who are still in school because I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would have a hard time with some of the dedication it takes to do school. I was never all that good at school, even when I was just doing it beforehand. So I try and respect pretty hard the people in stream and just in real life who I know who are friends who are grinding through school because it seems like a heck of a grind. This is a really bad fight. Like, I don't mind an exacting fight, but there are enough parts of this fight, there are some BS that I would call this a really bad fight. Alright. Good night, Ken. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you rest well. Do you think that someone could permanently delude themselves into enjoying a lifelong pursuit? Yeah, people do it. People do it until they're about ready to retire, and then they have like midlife crises and do bad things for themselves, like to themselves or their family. I don't know. Maybe it's not that grim, but I feel like people can do that for a long time for the sake of supporting their loved ones, and then eventually end up feeling kind of bitter about it later on. Maybe that's kind of grim and dark. Would you recommend that? I personally wouldn't, no. Like, if you really love your loved ones, it can be worth it. But I think you need to be honest with yourself about it. Not like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, no, I'm doing this for my family, and that's okay. And, like, you can accept that, and you can come to terms with it in a way that's, like, all right, and you can enjoy other facets of life rather than trying to, like, get all your enjoyment out of your career or your life's work. But to try and think that it's, like, what you want to do and, like, I don't know, just to have an unhealthy mental relationship with it, I think is pretty serious. What's the alternative for an aimless person? I mean, if you truly can't find what you want to do, I mean, just try and find something that you don't hate and do that, and so you figure out some aspect of that or some aspect of something that you do care about, and then try and commit yourself to that. Yeah, you gotta explore stuff, either through work or school or whatever. I mean, I would personally recommend trying to figure yourself out in a way that doesn't involve going tens of thousands of dollars in debt to schools, but that's how I feel about it. Other people might be more apt to go to school and be like, I feel I can explore lots of interests at this school. And that's true. Just is very costly, that's all. Like, I appreciate what I've learned about what I want to do with the rest of my life just from working, like, pretty simple small business jobs around the town where I grew up, or around the area where I grew up. I've learned some nice things from that. Hello, Malima. Is it Malima or Malima? Welcome to the stream. That's fair, Marks. So there's no cut and dry answer to it. And I'm not even saying like try out lots of different kinds of jobs, but even just going and working one job, finding a job that works for your situation at the time can teach you a lot about what kinds of things you do and don't want in life, whether it's like, I really hate working with people, or I really hate having this sort of schedule, or I really hate this thing, or I really like this thing. Like, even if you aren't jumping around from job to job to job to try and find something that fits with you, even if you're just using one job over the course of years, you'll learn a lot about what it is that you do and don't like in life. Malima? Okay, well, welcome, Malima. I hope I'm saying it right there. That's what I meant, Marks, more than like, just try out every job until you find one. Like, no, that's not usually feasible. I just think that working will teach you some practical things about what you do and don't want, whatever your job is. That's a cool greatsword. It is. One of the best, I think. Like one of the coolest. Garuga. Missed the head. Keep hitting the wing. Oh my god, that hitbox, dude. Yeah, and that's true too. Jane Novice is correct. Even at a job you like, there'll be times where you feel burnt out or times where you feel like you don't like it as much. When do you think starting a family would be best? That is it's a very difficult question, Marks. That's different for every person. It depends on how badly you want a family and like what parts of life you want other parts of your family to be parts of your family. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. I don't have the answer to that. I haven't started a family. I think there's like, I think it's sort of a like, this sounds bad, but I think it's sort of a calculated risks, Marths, where like, you're never going to feel 100% ready to do that. But at the same time, you can't wait until you're like 100% prepared. You're like, yes, I'm totally 100% prepared to start a family, because that probably won't be a thing that you can sit down and be like, yes, I am 100% prepared. So it's like a calculated kind of risk where you're like, I think I understand enough of this to be ready. Because that's how I would think it would go. I don't know. Are you a jump in early kind of guy? I'm not a jump in early kind of guy. Not specifically for that question, but just in general. I take things pretty slowly and methodically. I think that's a satisfactory answer to that. I am playing and dying horribly, Malima, so you're in good company. So what if Jan Gruga was actually hot pink? I think that's Jan Kutku you're talking about. Yeah. I don't think all those things need to go hand in hand either. Dog Crouchel too. Coming from a father of 3. Okay, cool. We have somebody who knows what's up in chat. Credence. Coming from a father of 3, you just have children. If you wait till you're financially stable, most likely you'll never have them. Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of scary thing about life in general, is like you can't normally wait until you're financially stable enough to do something. Like sometimes you can, like buying a new house, or I don't know, just certain things you can wait until you're like, okay, I think I've got the money and like a plan lined up for this. But some things you just have to make the decision that you're going to do them, and then know that you're going to find a way to make it happen. This thing's too damn big. Life is one big shitty loot box. A little bit, Mirth. It's also a big blessed loot box. It's both. I got you, Credence. Thanks for weighing in and like putting in your two cents about it. Tough quest. That's okay, Martz. I don't think they're bad questions to ask. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you though, like I don't have the answers to most of those questions. Because everyone's life is different, and also a lot of the questions just like, I haven't been to school. I haven't started a family, I don't know. True that, J Novice. Okay, I think we need another Garuga tail still, which is like... just that. It's for a Gypsy sword and shield, right? We do need one more. We also need one more rubbery fine hide. Recently been enjoying Switch Axe. I like Switch Axe too. I think we'll probably use Switch Axe on our next Garuga. But first, I'm going to take on a Gypseros. Because I need one more rubbery fine hide. Yep, Game God, that's true. See you, Dog Crotchel. Thanks for jumping in. Usually a slurp because your Monster Hunter knowledge is limited, but when the family question came up, you knew you could add some real value to a conversation here. Well, cheers. I really like getting to talk with all the different people in chat and like just hear what different people have to add or to say or whatever it is. I don't know, it's just neat. So thanks for jumping in. Dying to wait, you got a racing wheel the other day, but the power cable was missing, waiting for a new one. You're dying to play some Monster Hunter with a wheel? Are you gonna do that? That's pretty neat. I respect it. I wish you luck. You have to try it at some point? Okay, that's fair. If you like had a racing wheel and didn't try Monster Hunter. I've seen someone hook that up before. Like, it's a thing. It's just, it's real out there. Alright, another Gypseros. I might even just do a tail run on Garuga. Maybe a Freedom 1 playthrough with a wheel? Oh. I wonder how wheel controls would work with Monster Hunter PS2. They probably just wouldn't. trying to buffer that out quickly enough that I could jump before it buffered out an attack itself. I didn't manage to. Hey, lass. I wouldn't be down with that last time. I would not be down with someone coming in and just massacring all my monsters for me. Hey, fish kebab. It's good to see ya. How was the pizza today? I did have pizza today. It was okay. I understand I understand being a kid and being like, man, I just want out of this school thing, but man, one more year of like paid for college sounds like a pretty good deal to me. hopefully they'll be able to, like, I don't know, come in, settle with that. That's just one more year, and it's like worth it in the long run. That sounds tough, Credence. How's hunting? It's going okay tonight, Lambd. We're working on making an upgrade to the Gypsero sword and shield right now, which is a really nice poison sword and shield. Classic design. The battle axe. You're about to graduate this June 16th. You're nervous? Well, congratulations on your hard work. That's awesome. Like I was saying earlier, I don't feel like I really have the discipline or drive to finish school. Not right now, maybe not ever. So I respect folks who are working on their way through school. It's super cool. Same to you, Lambs. Congrats. I think they were saying it's their kid last night who's feeling that way, not them. They're the one who's paying for the school. No. No. The job market's kind of poop regardless of field right now. Yeah, the last year has not been a great one in terms of jobs. I might end up moving sometime in the next year or so, so I'm a little worried about that. I'll find a way. We'll all get through this. Leaving Michigan? No, elsewhere in Michigan. Further up in Michigan. Interesting dilemma. I'm not. I don't know if I totally understand that. I feel like that's what some kids are looking for, Credence, which is just rough. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Kids who grew up like that kind of bothered me. You're right by Detroit, sort of. Are you? I am too. I didn't know that. I mean, like, I'm not in Detroit proper, but everyone says, like, oh, I'm near Detroit, even though there's, like, a couple suburbs around Detroit. Riz grew up with Eminem, but he doesn't talk about it. I didn't listen to a ton of Eminem growing up, not until I was like 13, 14. And then it was like the newer Eminem stuff, which like, in hindsight isn't as good. That's awesome, Credence. I'm sure your kid will like, I bet they'll be able to figure it out or like make peace with it. I don't even remember which album I was listening to when I was like 13, 14. It might have been that one, Jane Thomas. Yeah, there are several folks in Michigan, Skippy. There's several folks from chat who live in Michigan. It is kind of funny. Okay, Martz. That's a heck of an intro for a question. You were saying I literally grew up with Eminem and I did not. I gotcha. That makes sense, Malima. That's honestly pretty smart. A lot of people go with that because that means they can get some of the general education courses out of the way for cheaper and then spend less time paying for the like real deal university, which is a good plan. That's what my fiance is doing right now. I got you, Credence. Yeah, it's weird for me. It's weird for me saying like your kid. Yeah, they will indeed always be your kid. Kick it? Okay, I will. It's gonna regain HP. It probably will. That's okay. We've gotten enough kick it clip, enough like kick the gyps rose to death clips. Sleep bomb? We could if it's sleeping. It's not sleeping. I don't actually know if it's regen any HP. It could have. Okay, it's not that close. It'll be pretty close, but not enough where I'm gonna kick it to death. I think that's just fine for chat, Martz. Martz asked if someone felt disenfranchised with living in the US right now, what other countries did I think would be like a good place to settle down? And I don't have a good answer. I don't know. I think everywhere in the world's gonna have some kind of issues, and some of them will be similar to the ones that are in the US right now, and some of them will be different issues. It's gonna be about kind of thinking about what issues you care about personally, in terms of like, what do you care about in terms of a place to live? What issues do you not want to be in a place you're going to live? That kind of thing. There we go. There's the kick kill. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. I have worries about that too, because like I feel like since I've been alive, the U.S. hasn't particularly been doing anything overly grand, but I don't know. Oh, did I carve? Just sitting here stretching, not carving the monster. Cool, we got the one fine hide we need, so that's good. But yeah. Germany's a good country, not perfect, and you have to learn German. Yeah, like I wonder about moving to a European country, but I don't know. Heard Mars is nice this time of year. Yeah, dude, someplace without any humans would be great. Specifically this past year. Someplace without any other humans who can spread disease sounds grand. I'm mostly joking about that, though. All right. We're going to switch Axe or Gruga's tail off. We'll see if that happens, J Novice. I don't know. I feel like there's been so little space progress in the last, like, 25 years that I don't know. I don't know if we'll see that or not. Hey, Morg. Welcome back. All right, Garuga. Do you think Elon Musk will do it with SpaceX? They seem like likely people to do it. They're definitely people who are working on space stuff, which is neat. That company is something else. All right, almost to level 100. Yeah, it's nice that they're making progress on things that will actively like get us closer to that point, J Novice. I still feel like going to Mars and like having people live on Mars is kind of a crazy goal for the next like 60 years, 70 years. That's still pretty nuts. Garuga mask is your favorite head armor. Anything that has a cool mask on a helm is on your list. Neat. It's not really my look. That's okay. I don't really like earplugs anyways. I think that's what that mask gives, right? It helps give earplugs. It's not my thing. Okay. After this, we'll probably need to do a little more Garuga for the Garuga Lance. Which is rough, because this guy's not getting any easier here. Yeah, that's true, J Novice, that's true. We've done this matchup with Switch Axe recently, so hopefully it will come back decently easily. Hopefully this guy doesn't get frenzied this time. If he does, we're going to have a heck of a fight on our hands. I still forgot to get more steam bombs. I need to remember. Guess we're making do with just antidotes. Old school style. Run, Aptonoth, run. The event Garuga has probably less HP than this one by now, but that one's frenzied, isn't it? But you're probably right. I mean, there's also something where like I don't mind leveling up a guild quest because I haven't leveled up that many guild quests. I can just get a fresh one if I need to, like a fresh Garuga guild quest. It's not the end of the world. You were gonna pick Switch Axe? I really like Switch Axe for this matchup. That's what I felt like playing after doing it with Greatsword. Darn, missed it with this with the Morph Slash. Wind pressure into roar stun into. Hey, not wind pressure. think this is actually a smaller one than the last one we fought. Maybe the 3DS makes things seem bigger. It could be. The camera has a way of doing that. Yeah, Switch Axe is super, or not overrated, underrated. I agree in this game. I think it's really fun. Like, this to me is my favorite incarnation of Switch Axe so far. I like Worlds pretty well too, but I need more time with it. I haven't played World Switch Axe. Like, I haven't played a lot of the weapons in World since I actually learned how to play most of the weapons in this game in Portable 3rd and Free Renee. So, it's like, I'm really looking forward to spending time with 5th gen weapons with Rise and then with World someday. I'm just gonna shake my head every time one of those jank hitboxes hits us. Been learning Switch Axe on Gen Ultimate recently, really enjoy it there. It's pretty strong in that game from what I remember. There's some really neat Hunter art combinations. Might have been a little late for healing, we'll see. The charge into poke into another move entirely is crazy. Nice, Psychotic. Would you fight 2 of these Garugas at once? Do you think that, I mean, like, is that possible? That sounds worse than Wraths? You'd need some similar skills. You'd need earplugs and wind res. But, like, they buffer out options so much quicker than the Wraths do that. I don't even know. I don't know if it'd be as possible. Like, I don't know if it would be... Like, I've done the... Not G-rank Wraths, but I've done multiple high-rank Wraths in the same area at the same time. And, like, that felt possible because of their predictable patterns and, like, the fact that there's a lot of telegraph for a lot of their moves. It's not, like, instant moves you have to get out of the way of in a lot of cases. This is a whole different beast. To me, this feels distinctly less possible to do 2 of them in the same area at the same time. Because, like, with the Wrath, the instant moves you have, like a tail flip or poison talons, generally come after, like, okay, they're in the air and they're flying, or like, oh, they fly real high up, I know they're gonna do the poison talons, and then it's an instant move. Or like, you're directly in front of them and you can guess it's gonna be an instant charge. It's not like an instant charge into an instant head slam into an instant tail whip or something. Like, those stacked on top of each other sounds a lot worse, to me at least. Alright, wait to see if it does the fly. It did not do the fly. That's a new trick I learned. That nice early explosion. So fast. This might not be safe. Missed him. Hello, Kiradilu. Welcome. He's so mean. Missed him. The sword range is a little shorter than greatsword, and I'm feeling it. Is there a frenzied silver wrath for you? I don't know. All right, see ya, J Novice. Have a good night. Did you get the tail? I don't know if I carved it. I should go back and carve it. Garuga, I'll see you in a minute. That's like what we're here for. We're here for the tail. So let's oh, we can still get in the rewards. We got a Garuga scale from it. Instead, a high rank scale from it. Instead of a G rank tail. I'm not allowed to get anything done on this stream. Do I believe in the desire sensor? No. I didn't have to early cancel that. I could have just let go and it would have stopped on its own. That ant element discharge. Scary heal that. I wanted that dunk. Oops. Oops, too early. Really? It didn't hit. It's probably a little too early. Ooh, we're lucky he's tired. Oh, man. was the startup of the tail. Ah. All right, good night, Crystal. What a mean fight. That was a dumb waste of a Moss Vine Jerky. Oh well. Rest well, Crystal. Uh-oh, he can fly after that. We're good. He didn't fly at us. Supposed to be aimed at his head. It didn't quite work that way. Should get out of this minefield of ledges. Whoops. It's not what I wanted to do there. This is rough. Can't wait for you to see level 140. Yeah, we'll see. You unroll this monster anyway. I still think it's like a decent, I don't know, it's still a decent challenge. It's just, man, it is really strict. Failed the 50-50 shot. I don't like that, like, his main core, like, the core of fighting him seems to be, like, what's he going to do after this instant charge? Like, I mean, that feels like the nugget that's, like, the actual challenging part of the fight. The rest of the fight is, like, fun to deal with. That part, to me, is not fun. But is challenging. Is he going to peck? Continue charging? Beak Slam, or Poison Tail Whip. Any way you dodge, you can get wrecked by one of these options. Do you like this fight with Charge Blade? I haven't done this fight with Charge Blade. I think so too, Marks. I just think it's really tough. Like, I mean, like, the one option that you're guaranteed to be able to react to is you can roll through the Tail Whip. So you can always go left, and you'll be able to roll through the Tail Whip if you're ready to do it. It's just, I think that's kind of a meh. I think the difference for me, Marks, is that you can do different things to get through Rajang's hops. And it like depends where you are around him. Whereas Garuga, he can instant charge up to you and do any of those, no matter where you are. It kind of reminds me of Freeman Knight Tigrex, where like at a certain point you only have one option you can do over and over, and if you fail that option, you're just kind of screwed. And I don't think that's very fun. Like any other direction you dodge or like commit to, you can just get smacked. So there's like a decent chance you'll get smacked. So you just have to commit to that one opening over and over. Yeah, I feel like this would be kind of a tricky matchup for me to learn with Charge Blade, but it'd be a good one to learn. Wow, he doesn't do that move very often. I mean, I've already learned him in Freeman Knight. He's easier in Freeman Knight than this game. I think it's a similar situation, Marth, where I think you had lots of time to practice this fight and get used to its like inherent for you like-ness. To me, this is the style of difficulty that for you seems kind of intrinsically tied to, is like these monsters move faster than you're used to from the other games, and they have combos that are slightly meaner than some of the other games put together in terms of complexity, or patterns rather, not combos. Like this to me seems like the kind of fight that I think of when I think of for you and for you's style of difficulty. I'm not totally on board with it. Like Gold Rathian and Garuga are what I think of when I think of this game's fight design, for the most part. Like, they're not all the fights in the game are like that, but I feel like For You pushes a lot up against this wall of like, how fast can we tune up these monsters, and how fast can we make these patterns before it's just not that fun, or it's too hard, or it doesn't feel like Monster Hunter. I don't think that the whole game's like that. I don't think that all fights in the game are like that. Weird that I got hit by the tail, but I didn't get poisoned. But I think certain fight designs for certain monsters push up against that wall in a way that I don't particularly enjoy, but you can still learn to deal with, if that makes sense. I don't think it detracts from the experience of the game that much, because they're kind of isolated monsters and like isolated incidents. Not the whole fight or the whole game isn't like that, but it feels like a trend to me. Like lots of monsters have one or two options that are kind of fast like that, they're kind of hard to deal with, and monsters that are kind of designed around having many options there, fast and difficult to react to like that, layered into one another, I think are the ones I have issues with. That was just a bad heal on my part. And I know I still have lots of room for improvement on both of those fights that I just talked about, Gold Rathian and this guy, but it's just a style of difficulty that's different than the other games. Do I wish Naryakuga in this game was in this game? Yeah, I do wish Narga was in this game. I think if they put him in this game, they would have made him challenging. Or they would have made a variant of him, whether it was whether it was a frenzied version or an Apex version of Naryakuga that would be genuinely challenging. I want to hear what you have to say, because I think that, I don't know, I feel like you have a differing opinion on 4U's kind of 4U's advances in fight mechanics, or advances in fight design. We spent a lot of time with them. That's my fault. I missed. How's it going? Garuga's tough snow. But the night's going just fine. We're working on making some more weapon upgrades. I don't think, like, that's not what I think of when I think of 4 Ultimate, Marks. When I think of 4 Ultimate, I think a lot of good things. I'm saying when I think about 4 Ultimate's fight design or combat design, that's what comes to mind for me. Because that's the stuff that's, like, I feel like that's the direction it kind of feels like it's pushing. I read it. And, like, even outside of these fights, Garuga and Gold Rathian, which are both pretty, like, fast, kind of more... Like, this is faster and more reactionary combat than we would see in one of the older games, like 3rd gen or 2nd gen. These fights are very reactionary, which I think is how I describe this style of combat versus more prediction-based combat, or kind of, like, you know, a little bit... Like, there is positioning and prediction involved, but it's more reliant on reaction and learning the reactions than learning to predict and learning to position. Like, there's bits of it in all of it, but it's like this is way more reactionary than some of the older gens are, which is fun sometimes and not fun other times. But I feel like you can see little bits of that reactionary combat in a lot of this game's fights, and so that's what I mean when I think about 4U's fight design. I think of fights like Gold Rathian and Garuga, because they are like the overtuned examples of reactionary combat in this game, or they could be described as the more reactionary fights in this game. Unlike, not all the fights in this game are like that. Molten Tigrex is not a very reactionary fight, at least not in high rank. But I really like that fight. It's a super creative fight that ramps up and down and changes the hitboxes. It's a really good time. I just think that, like, this game pushes up against the boundary of what you can do with, like, reactionary combat in classic Monster Hunter, and I think that it bothers me sometimes. Thanks, Uchi. I don't know. I have a hard time feeling like my opinions are valid because I'm also spending so much time still learning. And, like, I still suck at most of these fights, too. So, like, part of the opinion is, like, I'm just bad. And part of it is, like, actual me trying to analyze what makes these fights work. No. That's not it. It's that a lot of the difficulty of the hunt is structured around can you react, can you learn and then react to these patterns, because they're much more of a reaction test versus I need to learn how to, like, I need to learn safe openings and be more predictive about what this monster is going to do based on, I know, like, I'm not doing a great job of explaining this. It just feels a lot more reaction based with a lot of these fights. And you have to react to things in the older games too. You have to roll roars and get out of the way of instant charges and stuff like that. It just feels like a lot of the fights like in this game are even faster and even more based around trying to get used to reacting to a lot of fast patterns quickly, as opposed to getting used to the patterns and then knowing when not to overcommit. I mean, a lot of the examples of this I'm talking about, Uchi, are from high rank. High rank Gold Rathian is overtuned enough for me to say this. I think it's decently difficult to describe what more predictive or kind of like what more predictive based gameplay is like compared to reactive based gameplay. And like they're mixed in with one another, so it's kind of tricky. I just think that this game pushes up against limits of like fight designs that you can deal with in terms of reaction. Let's fuck off. I don't mean this because I know we're gonna talk about Gold Rathian on the stream again someday. I've talked so much about Gold Rathian on this freaking stream. I don't ever want to talk about Gold Rathian again. Yeah, something like that's fine, Ridley Double Joe, because that's like something you can learn. I'm talking about stuff where it's like he runs towards you and you have to react to him running towards you by rolling into a, like, you have to roll left. If you roll right, he hits you with a beak slam. If you roll forwards, he can crash into you or peck you. If you roll left and you miss at the timing, you're gonna basically get poisoned. You don't really have a whole lot of options there, and it feels bad. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to describe it all that well, but to me, this game's fight design pushes up more against that in a way that I think is good a lot of the time in most of the fights, and a couple of the fights goes a little over the line for me, at least. And like part of it is also I'm probably just not very good at those kinds of fight designs, like those reactive, quick fight designs, like Garuga or your Gold Rathian. I'm probably just not as used to dealing with those because I spent a lot more time playing 2nd gen than I have 4th gen at this point. I guess not that much more, but I've spent more time. Glad we finished it. This guy's taken a long time to put down. I do think that these more reactionary style of fight smarts are better suited to World style of movement. Unfortunately, I don't think that they brought anything as challenging as this game over to World's movesets, which is a bummer, because I feel like a fight like this Garuga would be perfect in World's moveset, in World's movement, but they decided to make it easier and like not make anything nearly as aggressive. And like this fight's BS in a lot of ways, but like World's controls and the freedom of movement you have in that game would let you play around it in a way that would make it more fair. I don't know if it's the right answer to move this fight over to World like just wholesale, but it feels like they took the reactionary movesets from this game and they brought over that style of combat, but didn't dial it up quite as high as this game. In a lot of cases, not all cases. There are hunts in World that are just as like, I think Pepaga is the word that people would use for it. Yeah, I agree, Snow. And like this game has more fluid movements for weapons and hunters, and so for the most part, it's okay. Like it actually works pretty well, I think, this game's balance of like reactionary versus predictive works pretty well most of the time, I think. It just doesn't in all cases. And I think the ones where they push up against that a little bit just really bother me. Something like this. Where, like, no matter how many times you get used to Garuga instant charging you in this game, you're always going to both have to get used to recognizing he's instant charging you and then roll left with the right timing if you want to guarantee you're going to be safe. Because if you roll right, he can smash you. If you roll forwards, he can peck you. And if you roll left with the wrong timing, you can get tail whipped. So, like, whether you can predict which option he's going to choose, or like you can predict that he's going to instant charge into you because you're standing in front of him, you are always going to have that reaction practiced. And that's very different. And also, I don't know. It just feels kind of different to me, that's all. That's what I mean when I say it's more reactive, where like I can predict that's going to happen, but I still have to react to it. How am I? I'm doing okay, Fortuna. We are farming Garuga. I'm done with Garuga for tonight. I still need another one of his freaking tails because we got a high rank scale from his tail, but I'm not even meaning to say it's garbage last night. I think that it being very reactive on top of the fact that it involves like really fast options that can poison you and some of the hitboxes are really large and there's roars and wind pressure, it just makes it tough. Like if you took out the garbage hitboxes or if you took out some of the really reaction-based moves, like if you kind of tweaked how that instant charge option select worked a little bit, I think it would be a lot better of a fight. What's your quote, Marks? Yeah, I'm doing okay, Fortuna. That's I think my take on that is like I think it's a very challenging fight, which can feel satisfying to get used to. I think if you dialed back one or two of those things, I think kind of add up to making it feel a bit much. That's all. Hey, Windows Ben. Is it Garuga without the infuriating factors though? I mean, it could be infuriating in Garuga without one of those things. People use evasion skills with it, yeah, and like that's another thing. Is like I'm also making the game a lot harder for myself with some of the skill choices I use. I saw that on Twitter. Or did you message me that? Either you messaged me that or I saw it on Twitter. Anyways, what are we gonna work on here? I think let's do a Shrouded Nursilla. It's almost time to end, so let's go ahead and let's do that. Yeah, I don't mind that Ridley Double Joe. I'm fine with him being aggressive. I think I have critique about the fine details of how he is aggressive. It's okay to like the fight. I can see how the fight would feel good to get better at. And it does feel good for me to get better at it. I don't get pounded as much, and I can finish it. But I can still have critiques about how that fight works. All right, if you'd like to choose my weapon for a Shrouded Nursilla, which is going to be one of our last hunts tonight, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. I think we need one more Scissor Horn from her. So we ought to use mounts to break it. Did I say shredded? I meant shrouded. Shrouded Nursilla. You're really enjoying the way you're describing the fights in this game. Your 4U friends are all speedrunners, so you don't think they even realize how reaction-based it is because they play the game so much. I mean, and that's okay. And I think it's like, it is okay to enjoy and get better at those reaction-based fights. It does feel good to get better at them to the point where you can speedrun it or just do it competently, whatever. I don't think it changes the fact that like that is a distinctly different style of difficulty and a distinctly different fight style of design than like stuff that came prior, even just a couple years prior. Like in 3 Ultimate, the fights are a very different thing. Granted, I haven't done Stygian or Brachydios, but in Portable Third and early 3 Ultimate, things are still pretty much like some of the older games, just with a little bit of difference in terms of fluidity and in terms of monsters getting tired. It's not so much like these monsters are crazy fast, you have to deal with their patterns like that. And it's like a balance, like I was talking about, where like I don't think this game has a big issue with that. I think certain fights are just kind of a little bit overtuned. That's how I like to describe Gold Rathian. She's just overtuned. And I think that they do a pretty good job of balancing in terms of like, they gave people more options and more fluid movement in this game, and they made the monsters faster to make up for that. Thanks, Martz. I don't know. I don't feel creative enough to design monsters. Martz, what would you like me to use for Shrouded Drusilla? It's not rigged. I think designing a monster is a multiple person job. I think so too, Uchi, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. Except Bizarrios and Gravios. That seems like a one person job. You are Hitas, welcome. I hope you're doing well today. We've been fighting Garuga, and Garuga's tough. I'm still getting used to dealing with his patterns and stuff in this game. It feels like every time I start that fight, like if I went away for a day and came back and then didn't need to do that fight again, I would need to get used to reacting to the tail all over again. You pick. If you don't like it, you'll just object and say something else. Lance will kill it too quickly to break its horn. I'm gonna do dual blades. No, you're using heavy bowgun. Okay, that's fine. Garuga's just one of those fights. Yeah, I was just trying to put into words what made it, like, I'm okay with the monster being a little bit rough and like a little bit mean, but there's a line for me where it goes past like this is mean and like this just sucks. And like a little bit of Garuga's fight just sucks. Fun psychotic, I'm sorry. Hey, Alternate Alpha. Good to see you. How you doing tonight? Yo. Your sleep schedule is so out of whack. You just woke up? Yikes, man, that's late. Best of luck getting on track if you wanted to. You need back break? I do need the back break, yeah. I'll probably go with slicing or crag. Did sleep 10 hours? That's awesome. Sleeping 10 hours is good, is a good look. Oh man, we're so close to upgrading this. The low rank hall for you has the best music. Can't change my mind. It's such a nice hall. Any of the halls that have like rotating themes is super cozy and nice. Yeah, pink shards won't take long. I would have upgraded this gun for this fight if we'd had the pink shards. Oh, god darn it. I don't know if you guys caught what I just did there. Put away all the things I just put in my inventory. Grr. Hello, Nestor. Welcome. Hello, Hexen. Welcome. Yo. Just gonna buy the things. You host me? Oh, thanks. It doesn't pop up notifications for me anymore when people do that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Why does Twitch not have animated emotes? It's a bummer, isn't it? This isn't gonna be worth it. Interesting. This fight's rough. I mean, I've found it really easy with some weapons and tough with others. Wow. That hit me for a lot more damage than I was expecting. Whoops. Damn, Ursula. Loving your Lars longsword. It's a cool design. That sounds like fun, Hexen. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Where's gyro aim when you need it? Mm-hmm. Other games on the 3DS have gyro aim. It would have been cool if they gotten it into 4 Ultimate. You have a thought experiment, but it's dumb. We're just gonna have a little bit of a tough time because our defense is a little lower than Blade Master. Might be able to use Gyro and Citra. That's true. I think it'd be tough to like map it to just certain modes, like just your gunner mode. Like only have Gyro active when you're holding down certain gunner controls, and only have that work when you're using gunner and not the other classes. Sounds kind of difficult. Off a ledge, you can attack with melee, yeah. Yep, this game is only for the 3DS. I'm playing it on a new 3DS XL. That was a bad choice of options there. Reloading instead of moving. Game or engine? I don't know. Monster Hunter Frontier, Marks. Kappa. I don't know. That's an interesting question, Marks. I don't think everybody would say World. Some people really prefer the feel of old games. Yeah, it's okay to like both too. Think she's leaving? Just getting comboed to death by an Apsaros. Don't mind me. Wow, I really screwed that up that badly. That's too bad. My bad. Whoops, that was dumb. You're fine, Dragon. You didn't do anything. Hi. I don't know if I said hi to you when you came in, but welcome, Dragon James. How'd you dodge that? I rolled. I wasn't ready for that one, though. What's your opinion on Gunlance? I really like Gunlance. A lot. It's one of my favorites in this game. I really like in the older games that you can play Gunlance as just a mixture of combos. You don't necessarily need to specialize into one combo or one shell type specifically. You can do that if that's your prerogative, but you can also play it as sort of like a melee mixed with shelling weapon, and the combos are really free-flowing. Sometimes you'll do an upswing into a poke into a shell, sometimes you'll do an upswing into a poke into another poke. Just, it's really nice. I haven't gotten used to New Gunlance yet. New Gunlance in World, and then what it looks like it would be like in Rise, I haven't really gotten used to yet. I tried to dunk it. We hit it. That's what that's worth. The animation is great. Seeing the animation multiple times in a single fight is really nice. Ugh. Shoot my weapon. I don't know, Mark. Sorry. Like I said, I don't feel super creative when it comes to monster decisions like that. I'm gonna get hit again, I think. Yep, this is Shrouded Nursilla. This is the G-Rank one. There's G-Rank Nursilla too, but this is a G-Rank exclusive subspecies of Nursilla. Thanks, Edgemro. There we go. Nope, that was an arm break. There goes the spike. We're good, okay. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get that spike broken in time. Sorry, I'm feeling kind of tired out, so... Marth, your question was not something I feel like I'm going to be able to creatively answer at the moment. I can try and think about it. It's hard for me. I'm not very good at heavy bowgun. That was neat. A bigger or a smaller monster. I would like to see a Nargacuga that was like the size of a Molten Tigrex and see what that felt like. The Remobra too. This is how you gun, right? I haven't fought Lucent, so I don't know if Lucent's bigger than regular Nargacuga. Mark specifically asked about size. Just a big Narga. I don't know if it would have to have the same mechanics as Molten Tiger, because I think I wouldn't prefer it to be the exact like carbon copy of Molten. These Remobra feel like way too much. I know they're not even doing anything to me, it just feels like there's so much going on in this area at the moment between the quicksand and the bug and the freaking Remobra. Oop, nope, didn't quite get the snap right. Ever play games on the Game Boy Advance, and what's your top 3? I did play some games on the Game Boy Advance growing up. I have fond memories of Pokemon Emerald, Minish Cap, maybe some of the Kirby games, although I played more Kirby on DS than the GBA. I didn't really get to have a GBA growing up. I borrowed one from a friend for a bit. The first console that I really got to have that was like mine was a DS Lite. I hate this map. This area is so bad. This area is so obnoxious to fight things in. I'm so glad they got rid of the whole, like, sliding mechanic after this game. Ugh. I just don't enjoy it that much. I feel like I've been overly... I feel decent about the critique on, like, reactionary fight design in Monster Hunter. I feel like I've been a little overly critical of a couple things in the game tonight, so sorry. I'm feeling a little tired this evening. thing wastes so much time, dude. The beans, you can hoard them like a dragon, or you can use them for sound redeems. You can use them to redeem any of the items in the store. These are all sound effects they'll play. Can you gamble? You cannot. I feel like I've been in some gambling streams where the gambling just like takes over the stream, and I think that's obnoxious, so we don't have gambling. 2 shots away too. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, at least we broke the part. Hopefully we'll get the scissor horn that we need. Pretty nice marks. I'm not gonna hit the popo for charge. Only mean people hit popo for charge. Were you eating the popo? No. You leave my popo alone. It happens, Itas. Who's the top number 1? I believe it's Parsec Mech right now. Cool, we got the scissor horn that we needed. That's nice. I feel like I'm kind of tired right now, but it was still fun trying Heavy Bowgun on that fight. I feel like we tried it before and that went better than the last time I tried it. Oh, was it Frenchie? For a bit it was Parsec Mech. It's still Parsec, by not much though. Him and Frenchie are pretty close. Fly beans, it is. Alright. I think I can use that to upgrade a gun lance. No. A lance? What was I upgrading? It wasn't this because I needed a scissor horn. Was it the charge blade? It was the charge blade. Okay. Okay, good. Deora stuff. I was gonna say I don't feel like working. I don't feel like doing more Shrouder Solo right now. Okay, well we can check that one off the list. We're almost done making our Chips Rose Sword and Shield. We just need one more Garuga Tail. We're really getting close to the end here. I think we'll move on to G3 soon. I gotta figure this stuff out. I've been saying that every time I pull up this list for the last few days, but I gotta figure this stuff out. What we're gonna do for guns and bows. Alright, I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for some Monster Hunter of some kind. I guess let's find out who else is streaming and give them a raid. If it's anyone's first time by the stream, hi, I'm Ristretto. I'm kind of tired tonight, but it was still fun to play some Monster Hunter with y'all. I'll be back tomorrow to do some more of that. If you're down to watch some more Monster Hunter solos, then stick around. Mad Crow is still streaming? Oh my god, no. Really? Like the same stream from yesterday? That's nuts. That's crazy. Mad Crow is someone who we raided yesterday, and they said they were doing a 24-hour stream. So they might still be doing that. I think we're going to raid our friend Jojo Josie. Jojo Josie is emulating Monster Hunter Generations for the 3DS, and so you'll get to see what some 3DS emulation looks like as opposed to 3DS real hardware on the stream. A little smoother, a little higher res maybe. So, let me give you guys some beans real quick. We're going to go say hi to our friend Josie. Enjoy the emulation there. Feel free to ask them about it. They are an emulation guru. They love learning about the emulation and what you can do with it, all the different tweaks and stuff. So feel free to ask them about it if you want to. I'm going to get some rest because I'm sleepy. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for some more Monster Hunter. I hope you guys have a good night or a good day, whatever time it is where you are. And happy hunting. Cheers.